Yes, Gayatri. Gayatri, you have to unmute.
And is it okay now?
Yes.
Climbing to the top demands strength, whether it is to climb to the Mount Everest or to the top of your career. Well said by our former president, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. A very warm morning to everyone. I'm Gayatri Arunachalam from 3rd NFSMD. I take the privilege in comparing today's workshop. We, the staff, students of the Department of Nutrition, Food Service Management, and Dietetics, and Students' Union cordially welcome everyone for today's workshop on poster development by Ms. Sneka B from 3rd NFSMD. Prayer is a thought, a belief, a feeling arising from within the mind of the one praying. Let us start our day's event with a prayer song.
सत्यव्रतम् सत्यपरम् त्रिसत्यम् सत्यस्य योनिः निहितं च सत्ये सत्यस्य सत्यम् हृतसत्यनेत्रम् सत्यात्मकम् त्वां शरणं प्रपन्नाः पाणि गुणान्कतने श्रवणौ कथायां हस्तौ च कर्मसु मनस्तव पादयोः स्मृत्यां शिरस्तव निवास जगत्प्रणामे दृष्टि सदा दर्शनेषु भवतनूना नमो भगवते तस्मै कृष्णाय बुधकर्मणे रूपनामतितेन रूपनामतितेन जगत्क्रीडति यो यतः शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः
Creativity is seeing the same thing but thinking differently. Now I call upon Irfana from 2nd NFSMB to give a brief description to today's workshop.
A very good morning, everyone. I'm Irfana Jahan from Second NFSMD. Technology has revolutionized every aspect of our lives. They are definitely far better, more modernized, and more advanced than what they used to be 10 years ago. Technology in education today is no longer limited to digital whiteboards, learning management systems, iPads. It is now so much more than that. It enables online education, distance learning, and access to up to date information. Because each student interrupts this information differently, technology can enable more research into subjects that are more difficult to learn. Top new technologies for students are smart pens, digital textbooks, tech backpacks, smart lights, virtual keyboards, noise cancelling headphones, encrypted flash drives, etc. With this in mind, let's explore the Canva, a free graphic design platform which has benefited the education field. Canva is a graphic design platform used to create social media graphics, presentations, posters, documents, and various other visual contents. This platform is free to use and it is also contain offers paid subscriptions such as Canva Pro and Canva for Enterprise for additional functionalities. It has more than 250,000 templates available. Starting and progressing through a topic is very easy even for those new to the platform. Canva has newly launched a video editing tool for the users, and it contains stock photos, videos, and graphics with hundreds and thousands of choices to pick. The users can also pay and buy for physical products to be printed and shipped. Since Canva is a free graphic design platform that allows you to edit photos without extensive photo editing knowledge or experience. So now let's get connected with Ms. Neha to explore on poster development with easy to use Canva app. Thank you.
Thank you, Irfana. Technology is incredibly powerful, and in many ways, the sky is the limit in terms of what you can actually, with the right science and right technology. I welcome Ms. Sneha to take us to the right technology. Over to you, Sneha.
Thank you, Gayatri. Thank you, Irfana, and thank you, Sandhya. Good morning, ma'am, and good morning, everyone. So, as Irfana said, Canva is really an easy app to use, and if you are very well versed in Canva, you can try in many other apps as well. So, Canva is like a basic app for any designing purpose, and it
Sneha,
yes, ma'am.
can you please switch on your camera?
Yes, ma'am. So good morning, ma'am. And Canva is a really easy app to use, and I started from scratch only, so it was like very easy, and you don't need any like tutorial classes to learn. You can just go and explore everything. Now let's get into the session. Now, if you're going to open any browser, you can either search for Canva and .com, and if you click enter, you'll get this website. But since I've logged in, it's getting into my desktop, and this is what the home page will look like. Now, if you can see here, you'll have all these options regarding designing and anything that you want to create for technical purposes. And if you see on top, you can see the templates. It is categorized as social media, personal, business related, marketing related, education related, and trending. So it's very easy. Like, there are lots of platforms you can use this Canva to create any designs or posters or invitations. It's up to your imagination only. There's no limit for it. Now, this is the home page. Now, if you can see here, these are the designs available that you can use. And if you come here, you can see the presentations. If you go into the presentation, you have all these options like mobile presentations, brainstorm games, in any general presentations you want to do, you can use these templates as well. And if you come here in social media, you have all these Instagram posts sizes, Facebook posts, Instagram ad. It's like unlimited. You can do anything in Canva. That's the main point here. And even TikToks videos, YouTube intros, YouTube videos, these are the templates available for the particular thing. Next, if you go on top for video, as Ifana said, you can even create a video in Canva, which is like very easy to use, and there are many previously made video templates you can use. Next, gifts and prints. It's related to like flyer, posters, gift certificates. If you want any like invitations for any parties, that you can do. Gift tags, you can do newsletters, anything, whatever you want to create, it's here in Canva. If you go into marketing, it's all related to business, like logos, flyer, business cards, email header, anything you want, you have it ready in Canva. You just have to have the knowledge of designing and some technical aspects. Other than that, it's very easy to use Canva. Now, if you go into office, you have these A4 document, report, letterhead. You can even design a resume using Canva. Like, it will be blank template. You have to create the designs. You can do calendars, memos, everything. Now, this is the home page, and if you come to the right hand side, you have the home page and all your designs, like whatever designs you have created past, you have this here listed and shared with you. The one plus point in Canva is that many people can work on one design. You just have to share the link to your teammates, and even they can edit the posters or whatever you're designing. And you have any folders, you have it here, and the trash folder as well. Now, if you go on top, you can search anything, whatever you want to search. And here is a create design. So if you click create design, you have all these predefined options here. You can create a video, an Instagram post, a certificate. It's like unlimited. Whatever you want, you can do. But if you're looking for any custom sizes, you can click here. You can enter the width and height of the template you need, either in pixels, millimeters, centimeter, or inches, and you can just click enter and you'll have your custom template. Now I'm just going to go with the Instagram post size. Now it will open a new page. Now this will be your workspace. This gray area will be your workspace, and this is the work page area for you. And if you look here on top, you have the home, the file, 1 minute, it's loading. File in this you can have these guides and rulers and margins. If you're like new to designing, and if you want any guides like in PowerPoint, Excels, you can use these options as well. And you have the resize option. If you want, you can resize it, but it requires the membership for it. And you have the undo redo option. Now the plus point in Canva is that if you are going halfway, or if you're coming out of the page halfway in your designing, you don't need to worry about saving it, since all your changes are already saved automatically. Next, you have the title for the invitation you're designing. Let's say I'm designing on Christmas invite, and you have the Pro Canva option, the share option, and the download option. You can either download in PNG format, JPEG format, or PDF format. After completing the design, we can see about that. And these options are like, you can either download it or can you directly share it in your Instagram account or Twitter account, wherever you want to share, you can share it. Now, if you come here, this black space is like your play area. This is your place where you can do anything, whatever you have imagined. So the first option is the template. So if you go into the template, first you have the recently used, and for like some recommendations, if you have designed previously, according to your tastes, it shows some recommendations. And if you want any like particular an idea, you can even search that as well. So you have the coronavirus and the newsroom, animated, Black Lives Matter, all those trending topics, right? Regarding to that, you have. Now, let me search, like, since we're doing it related to Christmas, since it's coming up now, let me select. So if you click any topic you want to, and you can search it. After you search it, you can see some templates have this pro sign here. This means you should require membership for using this particular template. Even if you click onto it, you can't use it for free. So you should buy Canva, and you can use it with a membership. I'll go with a free one. So this is somewhat nice. I'm clicking on this design. So if you see in this design, just by me dragging over there, you can see the elements and the contents which are already present in the invite. Now we'll come back to this. Let me explain this black thing. And the first, so templates, you get all these different templates here regarding whatever you searched related to. And if in next option is the elements. Now elements is what you will be using for designing your invite, your basic plain background. So if you click on the elements, you can see the recently used ones. So these are the ones that are recently used, and you can see the lines and shapes option. So if you want to draw any shapes or lines, you can use these options. These are like predefined. You don't have to go meticulously draw using the lines. And if you come back, next you have the graphics side. So the elements can be like divided into 4 or 5 options. So if you click on anything, like if you're searching anything related, you'll get the all option, in which all these photos, graphics, videos, and audio will take place. And if you want only photos, like photos taken by any person, you can click on the photos, and you have all these trending options. If you want, you can go and search here as well for Christmas. And in graphics, you'll be having like these designed drawn pics, like graphics and stickers, anything related to drawn thing, you can have it in graphics. And in videos, if you want to include any videos in your presentation and you can download it as a video, you can go here and search for the topic that you want the videos related to. Then audio, if you're creating any video, means you can use these audio predefined audios, or if you want, you can include your own audios as well. Now I'm going to the all option and say I'm searching Christmas, like is related to our topic. And you can see like in all you have these graphics, these photos, even these GIF options as well. And sometimes you get the videos here. See, there's a 7-second video here, and all these options related to what you searched for will be displayed here. So you can use anything you want, and if you're using this small just like graphics here, you can download it as a video, so it will be like really, and you can even add transitions also for this. So this is all about the elements option. This is like your playground. You can do anything for designing purposes. And if you go into the uploads option, if you want to upload anything related to your college, like logos or department logo and any other logos, you can go and upload here. You can click upload media here, and it will direct you to your uploading page, and you can upload it here. And not only images, you can upload videos and audios as well, or if you want, you can record it yourself. Next, the photos. What we saw in the elements, the photos option is like separately here, and you can search for any photos, realistic photos if you want. Next, the text option. So if you click on text option, you have some predefined three options here. Add a heading, add a subheading, or add a little bit of body text. So you can use any three options here, or you can go and search for any other text fonts if you want. Like if you're creating any fun thing, you can use like these neon signs, or if you're doing anything like very professional and formal invitation, you can use something simple like these font combinations. This is all about text. If you want, you can search the text as well if you know the name. Then if you go on to the audio option, you have the same separate audio file here, and you can select anything related to it, and so the same, the videos as well, the video options as well. Next, the background. Now backgrounds, if you want, you can have a solid color, or if you don't want that, you can even add any pictures related to it. So you say I'm searching for clouds, and you can see all these different clouds pics, and you can use this also as your background image, and you can overlap your text and graphics on top of it. So this is all about backgrounds. If you want, you can also use any solid color as well. Next, purchase. So if you have purchased anything under Canva Pro, it will be displayed here. And emojis. So what we are using in WhatsApp, right? That those emojis will be placed here, and even you can use these emojis, and you can edit the colors also. I'll show you how you can do it. And if you come here, you have the start option. So whatever or graphic you want for you to use it frequently, you can start it here. And in folders, you have these purchase and start folders. If you want, you can create folders and add your own graphics into it. And more option shows you the apps related to Canva, and from to where you can share directly without downloading it. So this is all about your designing templates. And now let's come to the workspace area. So I'm going to edit this. So how you can edit this? So if you click on one image, like if I'm clicking on the background, you can see that the background is selected, and as soon as I clicked it, you can see some options here. So the first option is about color. Now if you want, you can change your color. You can click this add new color, and you can change any color, whatever color you want, anything into like black or red or any shades of red. So whatever colors you want, you can select, and you can use the color. Next, we have the animate option. So if you're doing multiple pages and like you're creating a presentation, you're turning into a video, you can use these animate options to give it more like decorative purposes, and it attracts more. So if you give rise here, the page will rise. So you can see, right? And you can pan it. So you have multiple options here. You can, these are like basics one. If you want, you can use anything, any graphics like this. If you want scale, so it will be like on scale basis. So it will expand and contract, and whatever animations you want, you can use it. So some will come under Canva Pro options as well. So exaggerate, if you want to create anything like fun related, you can use these options like tumble. This is like really interesting, and block. So this will come as like that. So photo movement, if you're adding any photos, you can use these photo movement options to give more emphasis and more decorative purpose. And slide in and out, these are some variations in which you can use like sliding options. Then if you want, you can choose anything. Now I'm just giving remove animation since we're doing only a photo. And if you come to your right hand side, you have this copy style image. So if you are creating many pages and you don't want to go back and edit your text or photo options, you can just click here and you can give this copy text style, and you can go to any other text. You just click here to change like that. So I'm giving undo option. And Next will be the lock option. So if you're doing it in your team and you don't want any other person to edit what you have done, you can lock your design and no one can edit anything. So that's the option here for lock option. Next will be the delete option. So I'm unlocking it, and if you want you can delete it. Next, this is about the page animation, like for page what you can edit and what you can do. Next, we'll go on to the text. So if you click on any text, you'll get all these options on above. So the first one will be your font. So font type, whatever font you want, you can select. If you know any font names also, you can search on top. Like if you don't know also, if you can search like calligraphy, and if you click enter, you'll get all these text related to calligraphy. So I'm giving this pressure option. So see, you can change it. And the next option is related to the font. The next option is you can either increase your text or decrease your text, and the font color, like the text color. If you want white, you can have it in white. If you want gray, whatever options you are want, you can give any other color you want. So I'm keeping it in white. And as soon as you select the color, if you have any other texts on your invitation, you get this change all option. So instead of clicking one by one and changing the color, you can just give one. So you can select it one time, you can change it for overall text. So I'm selecting yellow, and if I give change all, even the sale up and the sharpener is also getting changed. So I'm giving back to white. And then next we have the bold and italic options. Now these will be like hidden for some text, and it will be activated for some text. So for the brusher text, it's not like available for me to edit. And bold and italics option, if you want, you can underline your text as well. And you have the uppercase and lowercase option. So instead of backspacing and typing it again, you can use these options. And you have the alignment option, either left, center, or right alignment. Or if you want, you can justify it. I'm keeping it in center. And you have the list options. If you want, you can put it in list, either dots or numbers. Or if you don't want, you can undo it. And spacing, so you have these two options here, letter spacing and line spacing. So if you want gaps between your letters, you can increase your letter spacing. If you want line gaps between your lines, or if you want to decrease it, you can use line spacing. This is for the anchor option. If you want to anchor any text here without moving anywhere, you can use these options. Next comes the effect option. So this is like a really cool option you can use. So we have the shadow option, which will add shadow. So if you click on shadow, you get these 5 options here. Offset is all about how much distance you want between your letter and your shadow. So as I increase it, you can see that the shadow is increasing. I'll place it here. And the direction, which direction you want your shadow to be, either to the left or up or down, or whatever direction you want, you can have it. Then blur, so if you want, you can blur to give it more like advanced look. And if you want to increase the transparency, you can increase it or decrease it, or how much ever you want. Next we have the color option. So instead of giving white, you can add any other color like yellow or blue, whatever color you want. Like it gives like a light effect, like the neon effect. So I'm having it in blue. Now these are the options, you get it in shadow. Now the lift option is that it creates like a center shadow for you, which looks really cool. Since the background is dark, you're not able to see. Oh, 1 second. See, now you can see the intensity that it gives. So if you use the lift option, if you're using a lighter background, you can see the difference here. I'll just have it here. Next, we have the hollow option. 1 second. Next, the hollow option, your text will be in hollow. So how much ever thickness you want, you can use that. And splice, so it will be, the text will be hollow, and addition to that, you have a shadow. So if you want, you can increase the thickness of your line, the offset of it, how much ever distance you want, the direction, the same we did for the shadow effect, right? Same options. And you have the color option here. So if you want, you can use any color for that. Next will be the echo option. So you have two shadows below. So the offset option, the direction, and the same color option. If you come here, this is all related to the style. Now, if you come here, you have the color option. So if you want, you can use a glitch like that TikTok logo, right? You can use that. And the direction option is also here. And you have two color variations, either blue or pink or blue or red. Next, we have the neon option. So if you want, you can use neon signs and you can change the color as well. So if you give it more like an yellow color, it will be much better. So now these are all for text which are straight in line. So if you want your text to be curved, like if you're putting a logo and putting your name above it, and then you want the name to be in curve, you can use this option as well. So you have the curve option, and how much ever circumference or bend you want, you can edit here, either upwards or downwards. So it's all up to our creativity only. So I'm undoing it. And after effects, you have the animate option. So if you want your text to be animated, you can use this option. So this is the rise option. Your text will rise up. And pan options, these are like the basic styles. Whatever we saw for the page animation, we have it here. Now for writing, related to writing, you have this option. This is a typing option where the text will be like typed, and the ascend option. And you have like many options here, and if you are having pro, you can use animations coming under pro as well. So the bold writing, if you go below, you have these animations, the burst animation. These are all some really cool effects you can add to your invitations if you are preparing for any event or functions. And scale, you have these related to scale, like breathe, pop, all these effects you're having. And if you want to like create anything like exaggerate, then the tumble options or neon options, these are all some really cool options you can use. And slide in and out, this is the basic thing. So if you want, you can slide in your text, slide up, rise, anything you want, you can do it. So next we have the position option. So if you go into position, you can overlap anything. Say I'm having this design here on the middle, and I want this design to go back the text, go back behind the text. So I'm clicking on the position, and if I click backward 2 times, it goes back. So now you can see the text is overlapping the design option. So these are this can be done by using the position option. So if you want, you can have it in forward as well. You can click forward and the design appears in forward. Now if you want to anchor your element anywhere in the page, and if you don't want, like you're not knowing whether this is a correct position, you can use these options like for middle. So this is the middle one, the element is getting moved, and if you want, you can have it in center, either right or left. So if you don't know where to place it, and if you don't know the correct center point, you can use these options as well. So I'm keeping it back in the place. Next, we have the copy style. So if you're clicking on the text, I'm clicking the copying style, and I give it up for sale. Even this is also turning to the neon, the same size, the same font, the same color, and everything will be the similar to what we edited for Merry Christmas option. Next, we have the transparency. So this is also a really interesting one. You can use this for overlapping as well. So if you decrease the transparency of your text will get decreased. So if you're decreasing and transparency for any element, you can overlap it as well. This is also a cool option. Next, we have the link. So nowadays, invites will be coming like click on the poster for registration, right? You can use this as well. And if you want, you can click this and you can enter the link. And as soon as you download it, if you click on a Merry Christmas, it will direct you to the link which you have given here. Next, you have the lock option and duplicate. If you want, you can duplicate it, and the delete option. So these are the changes we can do related to text. So if you're doing related to any like element, you can also have this option. So if you go here, now you can see the watermark here, Canva, right? So because this element comes under the Canva Pro option, that's why it's having the watermark. If you don't want the watermark, you can apply for a membership and you can download it without the watermark. Now, if you're editing this element which comes under the watermark, like a Canva Pro option, your editing options are limited. We can't edit as much as we do for the normal elements. So for normal elements, I'm clicking this. So this is also a Pro option. Now let me go back. I'll go to the elements option, and I'm clicking some graphics which are free. So I'm selecting this bell option. So for some options, you'll be having edit image, crop, flip, or animate option. For some, you can even change the colors of the element. So say I'm clicking on this bell and I'm giving edit image. And you have these all these options which you can like the filters you use, right? So those options we have here. So see, if you go to the bad TV option, you have all these options. So if you want, you can give anything fancier and anything which want if you, which we want the people to attract. You can use these edit image options, and you have the crop options here. So if you want, you can crop it. Say I don't want this leaf. You can crop it and you can give done, and it will get cropped. Now the flip option, if you want, you can flip it horizontally or vertically, upside down or straight. Now you have this info option. So this gives the infos about the element you have clicked, the name of it, and whether it's free or whether it comes under Canva Pro. If you want, you can star it and it will be in your start options down below here. Next will be the animate option. So if you want, you can animate the basic element, this basic element. So you have all these options here, rise, pan option, and these are the basic ones. And you have the breathe option here. If you want, you can exaggerate, like tumble option we saw for text and page, right? That option we have here. Neon options, you can, it flutters like a neon light. So these are the options we have for elements. Next, we have the position and copy style and transparency. So the same thing we saw for text, we have it on the right hand side. Next, for these are for some elements which you can't change the color. So if you want some element that you can change color, you can go back to your elements, search Christmas, which is related to a topic, and say I'm clicking on the Santa. So I need the Santa here. So as soon as I clicked this, you can see that there are color options here and other options we saw before. So this is some this can be an advantage for some elements, but for some we can't edit the color. So it depends on what we are choosing and how much colors it is limited to. So this particular image has 4 colors. Now these are color options. I say you can change it also. I don't want the Santa Claus hat to be in red. You can click on this red color and you can give any other color. Say I'm giving like the yellow color and it changes to yellow color, and anything which were in red also it gets changed to yellow color. Now I don't want black and I'm giving like any this light blue or this green option. You can see that it is getting changed. And instead of white, say I'm giving this dark gray, it changes into dark gray. So these are the options you have related to color in an element. So that's that much you can change in an element, and you can customize it anything related to your wish. And the same option, if you want, you can edit and add any filters for the particular Santa image. And next we have the crop option, the flip option, the info, like you can either star it or you can add it to any folder, the animate option, position, transparency, link, and all the other same options. So these are like the basic thing you can do in any Canva poster. And if you want, you can select many elements related to any single thing. See, now if I click here, this looks like a one design element. But if I remove this thing and if I remove it, see, all these are separate elements. So it's not compulsory that you have to include only one element and finish it off. See, even this red dot is like a separate element here. So you can add how much ever you want, and you can create it as much personalized as you can. So these are the separate elements. So they have gathered everything. They have chosen the color sequence to be the same, and they have included all these elements here, and they've overlapped it to create one sophisticated look. So these are some options, and how much ever you want, you can edit. That is the main goal in Canva. And see now I placed this back. You can see that this leaf stem is poking outside. So if I click on this whole image, the center one, I can go to the position. I can click bring forward twice. So it will be brought forward, or you can click this and you can click it backward. And see, this option has this leaf has gone backward. So these are like the basic editing options. Now this platform is done. So basically these are the basic things. If you want, you can go in and you can edit how much ever you want. So these are the basic thing. And if you want, you can add page. The background color will be the continuous thing. If you don't want this color also, you can go and edit back. Now we have the duplicate option, the delete option, and if you want, you can add any page here. Now, as you see, if I click on any element in this Canva poster, you can see that there's a little thing popping out. So this is the add comment option. So if you want, you can add any comment here, or if you want to mention someone, like in Instagram we'll be mentioning, right? Even that option you can use it if you are working in a team. So this is one cool option. And if you come down, you have the zoom option, so you can zoom it and work it instead of squinting your eyes. And you have the pages, number of pages, and if you want, you can put it in full screen as well. This is the help center. If you want any help regarding any editing purpose, you can use it. If you get grid view, it shows your overall work and how much pages you have worked here. So these are the basic thing. I'm going back. So so this is my final design. I've completed. I don't want this page. I'm deleting it. So this is a complete page. Now I want to download this image. So if you go to download, you can download it in PNG format, or if you click this down arrow, you have all these options here. Either a MP3 video or a GIF option, or a PDF print or a JPEG form. Anything, any form you want, you can use it. I'm just going with the PNG format. And if you can see here, it shows some price. That's because we've used some Canva Pro elements here. So for each element, these are the costs for you. And if you want, if you're using it on a membership, it will be free of cost. So these are the elements. And since I've used this Canva Pro images, I cannot download it as such without the watermarks. So for that, we have these three options. So you can either download it with Canva Pro, or you can pay for this amount, 600 rupees, and you can download it. Or if you see here, you have this download a free watermark draft. So if you're downloading this image, you'll have it watermarked. You can't do anything about it. So if you click on this, it's getting downloaded here. It's downloaded and it shows me in the desktop. If I click on this invite, it opens up, and as you can see, we have these watermarks image. So that's something we can't do anything. If you want, you can purchase Canva Pro and you can have it without the watermark. So this is the invite we designed and we downloaded. So this is a simple Canva designing tools or options you can use. So you can do it anything related to your imagination or your topic related, anything you want, you can do it. So I'm going back to my home page. So if you scroll down here, you have your design. So whatever designs you've designed before, you have it here. See, we have the Christmas invite here, and these are some other invites I've designed for our department. So let me show you some examples what I've designed. So this was for the breastfeeding week. And so as soon as you see the invite, the first thing that your eyes goes to is this mother image here. Because while designing a poster, the person spends around only like 10 or 20 seconds for a person to go through a poster. So you want the content to be crisp, and what you want to deliver it to be crisp and short as well. So as soon as you see this poster, your first attraction might go to the mother picture here, because since it's related to breastfeeding, I've made it as a focal point. Next, if the person is attracted to this and he gets an overall idea about what this poster is. So if you want, then you can add the content here as well. So I've given our college name and department name and what is the poster related to, because it is to celebrate the breastfeeding week. And I've given some description about breast milk for someone who don't know what is breast milk and what is breastfeeding, a small description here. And so what is the purpose of this poster? So what do you want the people to understand from the poster you're designing? That content should be short and crisp, and try to explain as much as possible in a pictorial format. So for breastfeeding, I've given the benefits for mom and for the baby. Now for the mom, I've used these, I've given the text as well, but I've given some images as well. So if you're not able to read this text as well, at least by seeing the image, you can understand what I'm trying to convey to you. So if you see this uterus, the uterus is happy. So it gives that the mother is having a healthy uterus. And this is a contraception, like you can rest and you can get back your old energy, and it provides a weight loss. So even without like reading the text, just by seeing the image you are able to understand what I'm trying to convey. So this is some idea options you can do. And for benefits of baby, there's this stomach which is really happy, which means that the baby is not having any stomach related problems, and high IQ level, and the baby has a good immune system. So this is some basic options. If you don't know how to end it, you can always end it in a quote, anything which is related to the topic. So I've ended it with a quote. So as the person reads from the top to the bottom, instead of just completing with this point, I've added a quote to conclude the presentation. So these are some options you can do. So for the background in this poster, I've used the image option. So I've gone to the background and I clicked on the clouds image, and I've used this image for background. And if you can see here, I have overlapped many elements here. So this is one flower I overlapped just to create some depth in the poster. So this overall looks nice, and it can be read, and it attracts, since it's colors related to the feminine like pink and purple, it attracts people more. So you can see this, these are all separate elements. Don't think this is a single one. See, even this butterflies is a single element. This flower, these stars, this mother photo, and then the color behind it. I've used the shape option. So if you go into elements and if you click on the lines and shapes, you can use any shapes related here, and you can fill that color to use it as a background. So these are all single elements that I put together to form one sophisticated image. So this is the thing. And you can create fonts. Since this is more like a feminine related, I've given some calligraphy forms and some Roman italic forms for just to give a different dimension. So now if you see your college name are all related to formal fonts, when you come down, this is more like feminine touch, since the topic is related to breastfeeding, which is related to women. So this is a simple poster that I designed for our breastfeeding week. So if I should show some other options, this is for our Freshers Day invite. So since it's like freshers, small children and small upcoming adults, you can use some fresh colors like orange and bold colors you can give for creating a statement. So this is the invite that I've designed. And for giving any platform options, you can use these options as well. So for instead of just putting it on November 1st, I use a calendar option here, and for time I've used a clock option. So this is also a separate element that I put together to form just some nice design which attracts people. So color combinations. So if you can see, I've used purple and some sort of orange color. So you should use colors which goes with one another and which complements each other, instead of fighting with each other like colors. So for color combinations, you can go for red and blue or green and gold. So gold actually goes with any color. If you're choosing any royal green or royal purple, you can use gold for texts. So these are some options for designing. So it's like really fun, and you're inviting the freshers in a really warm-hearted manner. So this can be also used. And for another example, if I want to show you. You can also design certificates here. So I made the certificate options here, and see, I've done the invite for ORS, World ORS Day, related to dietetics. So I've given the poster in the royal green color. So this is a poster that I've used actually. So this was my idea to use these two color options, and I've changed it according to my requirements. So as you can see, I've given the background color as green, and I've complemented it with gold and black. So this, really goes well, and you can see that there's no any vision பார்க்கிறதுக்கு ஒரு மாதிரி இல்லாம, it's like looking very clean and neat. So see, I've used the pictorial representation here, and I've given it in the same order, and I've given the composition of ORS as well. So you can use many elements, you can overlap it how much ever you want to. If you can see closely, this is like a separate image. So I've accompanied, instead of putting it separately, since there's size differences, I've complemented it with a circle, and I've overlapped it here. So these are some options you can do. So if I overlap it here, you can see that the image is like everything is like in the same size, and you can see it's very sophisticated. So these are some options, and that's all about Canva to be in short. So all these designs and whatever imagination you get, you can put it into to use by using this Canva. Now if you're really good in designing in Canva, you can go to the next advanced app called as Adobe Spark. So that also you can use, and it will be a little bit complicated, but if you're well versed in Canva, you can go and use the Adobe Spark and anything related to Adobe designing apps. So this is all about Canva. Do you have any doubts, anyone? No doubts?
No doubts, Ka.
Okay. Next, so this is about designing. Next, we'll go on to something which is related to like department side and anything related to the job side. So how you get these options, right? You can fill in the Google form and get the certificates redirected to you in the mail. Do you think they'll be like manually entering each mail ID in each copy, and you'll be sending, attaching the certificates and typing on the message and sending? It's not like that much difficult work. It's like a very simple work. There are like two formats you can use for sending certificates in a bulk, like in 100 at a time or 200 at a time. The two things that we use in our department mostly is the Certify M and Autocrat options. So both are related to Google Forms. So let's see how it works, and I'll list out everything. So I'm going into my Drive page and I'm clicking on the new option. You have all these options. Let's go to the Google Form option, and I'm creating a blank form. So this is how the Google Form will look like. You have three options here. Questions option, which will be your workspace. The responses, if you have any responses, you will be viewing it here, and some settings. So let's create some basic questions, shall we? So I'm giving it as, say, feedback for the workshop. I'm just giving it as feedback. And if form description, you can give it like thank you for participating. The simple one. I'm just not doing much effort. I'm just giving it simply. And these are some options you can add, some questions also. So in this untitled question, you can add the name of the student. And as soon as you click on the name, it changes to short answer. Since it's just going to be, a one-line answer, it's automatically changing into. If you don't want, you can have this multiple choice checkbox, drop down options as well, which you can include here for the participant to click on. So I'm just leaving it in short answer. And here you can add any image to look it more like creative and nice. And you have the duplicate option, delete option, and required. So if you're filling out on Google Forms, if you're left out any one question, you cannot submit the form. So that's because if I click on the required, in the preview option, you have the red star, which means you have to fill in to submit your form. Next, we have these options like description and response validation. If you see here, you have this add question or import questions. If you want to import any questions, you can. Text options. If you want to add image, you can. Any video, or add a section, like 2 sections, you can divide it into sections. So I'm clicking on the add question, and I'm giving the college name. So I want the participants to fill in the college name, and as soon as I give that, it's changing into short answer. I'm clicking on the required, and I'm giving phone number. Now these are the information I want in my certificate to be sent for the participant. So I'm giving it as required. Now I'm going back here and I'm changing the option. As soon as you click here, whatever you've entered first, it will be reflected here. So you can just click back, and the form name is given as feedback. Now if you see in your right hand side, you have all these options here. So these are some add-ons which will be where you will be using for sending the certificates. And if you want, you can customize your theme. You can add any header option, header image. If you want, you can change the color into whatever theme color they have by default, or you want, you can add any custom color as well. So the background color and font style. If you want, you can change your font style. I'm giving this playful option, so it's changing into this playful one. So I'm closing it. And next we have the preview option, the undo redo option, and the send option here. So if I go on to the preview option, this is where I'll be filling out my form which I created here. So let's fill out, and first we'll see about Certify M. So Certify M doesn't require any Google Sheets or Google Excel sheets or anything. You can just use it within this Google form as well. So I'm clicking on the add-ons. I've installed the Certify M previously. If you click on the add-ons, you have the add-on options. So you can click that and you can search for Certify M and you can download the app. I'm clicking on Certify and I'm enabling the Certify M in this quiz option. So there's be this little dialog box. You click get started. And you can see there's a small dialog box related to Certify M on your right hand side. So it's loading. And these are the options we have here. Now the status, now the certification is off option here. Now you want to turn it on. As soon as you send this feedback form in a link or via mail to whoever you want the people to fill in, as you starting to fill, you can click on the turn on option. So if you turn it on, when they're filling in the details here, simultaneously the certificates will be generated for them in the mail. You can see that also. The records will be certificate records. So if you're creating any test or MCQ options, you can have the passing. Since it's just a certificate for participation, I'm giving it as 0. Next, we have the template option. So if you want, you can change the template. These are some predefined templates. I'm going to change the template. I don't like this one. So this is a dialog box you'll be getting. And these are some options previously available by default for you. So you can select any one which is nice for you without spending time in designing a certificate. Or if you want, you can design your own by clicking on design my own option. And if you save the changes, a personal copy will be saved in your Google Drive for editing purpose. And next you have this. If you click here to edit it, it opens into a Google slide option and you can edit here. Now I'm going back. I'm changing the template. I have one previously here. So I'm clicking this friendly fellow option. And here you have this customize this template. So if you want, you can customize it how much ever you want. So I'm clicking on the template and giving the customize option. I'm giving save changes. So a copy will be saved in your Google Drive. If you click here, it will go into the slides, Google Slides, and you can edit here. So this has some certificate and your full name. So whatever name I enter it over there, it will be displayed here, and some other identifiers has completed what the title for the Google form I've given, that will be displayed here, the date and with the passing score. Since I'm not giving the passing score for participation, I'm clicking on the text box and I'm deleting it. This is my final copy. So this is, as you can see, saved to Drive. I'm going back to the Google Forms and the template has been selected. Next, we have the quota option. So the disadvantage in Certify M is that you can send only 100 certificates in a day. So if you're having like 500 participants and all of them are filled in the Google form, you can't have all the 500 to be sent in a day. So the limit is only to 100 emails per day. So these are some options, advanced help and upgrade. So as soon as I given this, I'm going back. I'm giving on the preview option, I gave it. And this is a feedback. So I'm going to fill it in. So I'm giving my name with my initial and my college name. College for Women. And my phone number. So these are the things that are asked here. So this is my phone number and giving it submit. I'm going back here to the Google Forms image, and since the Certify M is on, automatically the link will be sent. So since I've enabled the Certify M, without me adding the email option, you automatically got the email options here. So this is like, it's asking your mail ID for the certificate to be sent. So I'm filling it here. So I'm giving this as an review option, and I have this email option here. So the first one was not correct. So I'm giving the email option, my email ID. My name and college name and roll number are already filled in. So I'm giving submit. And the feedback form is submitted. You can even edit these messages as well in your Google Forms. Now I'm going back and see, as you can see, since I filled it in, I got the response option. So the response is how much of the participants are filling. You have here the scores and the name and the college name and the phone number. So you have all these options. Now, if you see here in the certify M dialog box, the previously it was 81. Now it's reduced to 79. That means that my certificates have been sent, and I can only send 79 emails balance. So I'm going here. I'm going into my mail ID account, which I've entered for my certificate to come. So I'm clicking on my Gmail account. And here you can see the mail. So if you're using Certify M, you have this name here as Certify M. In AutoCAD, see in AutoCAD options, this is a positive point there. There you won't be getting like AutoCAD here. There will be the recipient mail. Whoever the person is sending the mail, their mail ID will be here instead of the AutoCAD option. So the Certify M, this is like one minus point I can say. So I'm clicking on the mail. And you can see this is an auto-generated mail content. In AutoCAD, you can give whatever mail content you want. So you can edit that. That's a positive point in AutoCAD. I have the certificate ID, and it was automatically sent using Certify M for Google Forms. So I'm clicking on my certificate, and you can see my name has been entered. My other identifiers are the college name and phone number, and the date. Today's date has been entered in month, date, and year format. Now, if you're using Certify M, you have this watermark here made for Freebird Certify M. Now, this won't look good in certificates if you're sending for any formal feedback forms. So this is one drawback in Certify M. In AutoCAD, you won't be getting any of these options here. So this is all about Certify M. The editing options are very limited, and as soon as the responses are coming in your Google Google Forms, the Certify M will start sending out the mail ID, certificates. Now this is about Certify M. So if you have any doubts here, or we can move on to AutoCAD. Any doubts?
Okay, it's clear.
Okay. So I'm closing on. I'm deleting this response. I'm going to give it here for AutoCAD. I'm going to use the same Google form, and I'm going on the question. So let me close all these tabs. So this is the feedback I'm going to use for AutoCAD, the same Google form. Now I'm clicking on the preview option. I'm going to fill it in. So the same details I'm giving, the same mail ID, my name, which in the correct format will be in my certificate. If you want, you can put it in the initial in the front. College name. And my phone number. Next, I'm clicking on the submit. So I submitted my Google form. This is like a new thing, and I'm going into the responses. I got the response here. Now, if you can see here, you have these three options here. Now, the first one is for creating spreadsheet. If you want to go like responses, instead of being it like in this format, you want it in a Google spreadsheet format, you can click on this spreadsheet option. And if you click on this, you have the download responses and print responses and delete all responses. These are some options. And if you want the responses, the limit is over, you can't send any other responses, you can just click on the thing. And this will be the message when a person clicks on the link for your feedback. Now, the exam is not currently accepting submissions. So I'm clicking on back in. And I want these responses to be in a spreadsheet. So I'm clicking on the spreadsheet option. So this will be my, title for my spreadsheet. So I'm giving create. So a spreadsheet has been created. Now for AutoCAD, you'll be using a spreadsheet for sending out the certificates. For Certify M, you can directly send it via Google Forms. But for AutoCAD, you'll be needing this Excel sheet. So these are the details. You have the timestamp option, email address. So whatever details we entered in the Google form, it will be here. And for enabling Autocrat, you have to go into the extensions. So you can see the extensions option here. And the first one will be the add-ons. So if you click on the add-ons, you have these three options here. So you can get any add-ons or you can manage. So if you're having like multiple add-on options, you can manage it here. So I'm going to the get add-on options. And this will be the dialog box coming. So these are some of the certified, these are some apps or formats you can use to send certificates, or you can use it in a Google spreadsheet. So I'm searching here for Autocrat. So I'm giving Autocrat and I'm clicking on this. So this yellow thing is the Autocrat. Now I have already installed it, but I'm clicking on it and I'm uninstalling again just for to see how you can install. So I'm clicking on the Autocrat, I'm clicking on the install option, and you can give continue here. And it will be asking some security related options. So in which account you want your Autocrat to be downloaded, you can give the permissions, allow, and the Autocrat will be installed. So you can see where to find the Autocrat. So you can find it in the add-ons option where we click the extensions. You can give done. You can close this dialog box. So going back, you click on the extensions, add-ons. You can see the view documented add-ons option enabled. So you can click here, and whatever I've downloaded as add-ons, it will be displayed here. You can click on the use and you can click on open. So opening. I'll close this. So this is the Autocrat, workspace you can use and edit for sending certificates. So this is where the job in the sense the certificate options which you are going to apply will be enabled here. So if you have done any previous jobs, it will be listed here. If you're new to this, you can click on new job and the job name. So under what folder you want all your certificates to be saved. So that is a job name. I'm giving it as feedback, the simple thing we use for the Google forms. And clicking on the next option. And for choosing template, if you have any template reserved in your Google Drive, you can select it from your Google Drive, or you can create on spot. It will direct you to the Google Slides option and you can create here. Since I already have one in my Drive option, I'm clicking on the Drive and I'm giving this student certificate. This is the thing I'm going to use for Autocrat. I'm clicking on this and fetching tag. So this will be an interesting option. So the certificate has been uploaded. I'm clicking on the next option. So the next option is the template mapping. Like if you, in the certificate, I'm having the name option, the phone number option, and the timestamp in the certificate. So for me to, which detail you want under the name can be matched here. So the name for in the certificate must be from the name column here. So if I pull it down, you can see the name. So whatever names coming under this name column, I want it in the certificate place under the name. So I'm in the name, I'm giving the directing option as name, which is the column name. And the phone number, I'm directing it to the phone number, and the timestamp, I'm directing it to the timestamp. Now, let's say if I'm not having any space in the phone number tag, and in the column I'm having space, means there will be like little tag here, red tag here, which you can click on the down arrow. You can select whatever column you want the details to be merged into. So the phone number, I'm clicking on the phone number. So this is the thing. Next, you can click on the next option and the file name. Now the file setting means that the certificate file which will be receiving. So I want the PDF format name, PDF name to be certificate for. So I want the participant name here. I can't go back and manually enter each participant name. So you can, if you see in the description, it shows the tags here. So you can use these open brackets and close brackets for tagging. So I'm giving the certificate for, and I'm giving the lesser symbol, and I'm giving the name. So if a certificate has been sent to a participant, the certificate file name will be certificate for so and so. So whatever name you are entering in the names column, it will be displayed here. So if I send the certificate, the PDF name will be certificate for Sneha. So that is one option. And in what type, either in Google Slides or you want the certificate to be in PDF, I'm clicking on the PDF. Now output has multiple output method or single output. You can choose anything. And this is a classic mode, so I'm going with the multiple output mode. Clicking on the next, and this shows a folder for which you want the certificates to be saved. So I'm having it as my drive as well. If you want, you can go and choose the folder if you have created previously. So these are some options here. I don't want this, I'm giving it as save. I'm in my drive. And next option, these are some optionals. You can skip this, there's nothing to edit here. And set merge condition is also skipped. Now this is where the mail format can be edited in. So the shared docs and send emails. If you want the shared doc, you can click on yes, and you have the shared doc as. So here you have all these options here. It's not enabling. Since I clicked the PDF format before, you have all these options like Google Slides, or the editor can edit, or the sender can edit. All these options will be here. Allow collaborations to reshare. If you want your personal mail to be reshared, you can enable this option. If I'm giving no means, you cannot share your email to whomsoever. And send from generic no response address. So if I click on this, you cannot reply to my mail ID. So that is the option. And this will be the mail format. So for instead of typing the email ID of individual participant here, I can open brackets and I can give email and I can close it. So automatically whatever is under the email, you'll get it here. I'm giving it as email address. And for CC, you can use for tagging any officials, and type in the subject. So the subject will be certificate for participation. Now the content can be here also, you can use the tag option. So I can simply type as dear participant, but it won't look like personalized, right? So I can type dear, and you can open and fetch the tag as name. So as soon as the mail has been sent, you'll have the certificate name to be displayed, your personal name to be displayed here. So I'm typing the content as thank you for participating. Please find attached your certificate. So check for errors, and with regards, I'm completing my mail. So this is all the content I want in the mail. If you want, you can add your any organization's name as well. And if you click on the next, it's been saved. So you can click on the save option. Now my job for the feedback certificates is being created. Now as soon as you create the job, it will be displayed like this. You have the run job option. If you can edit, you can go back and edit how much ever times you want. And you have the preview option. And if you want, you can delete it whenever you want. So I got the response here. I have the email address, the name, the college name, and the phone number. So I created the job for the certificate to be sent. I'm clicking on the run job option. So my job is being running, and you can see there are 4 columns added here. 4 columns added here. The merge doc ID will be here. The drive link will be there, and the certificate link will be there. So you can go back and have any record for it. And the status, whether the mail has been sent and whether the recipient has received it, you can have it here. Now if I go back, here you can see the document has successfully created and merged. Merged in the sense the column details and the certificate details are being merged, and the PDF has been created, and the email is sent to the recipient emailer. So whatever email ID the a person filled in the feedback will be here. So the email has been successfully sent. Now I'm going back to my mail ID, and I'm going back to my inbox page. One second. Now you can see, now you can see I have these 2 mails here. So this second one was sent by the Certify M add-on, and this was sent by the AutoCAD. So you can see the difference, right? There's no mention that the certificate has been sent by AutoCAD add-on. So this is one advantage here. So if I click on this mail ID, I have the recipient mail, which I send the sender's mail, and I have the content. So as you can see, Dear Sneha B. So I typed in the tag as name. So as soon as I typed in, the name has been replaced here, and my content is here, and my certificate is here. So if I click on the certificate, you can see the certificate name. So what we gave for the file name was certificate for an open tags we gave as name. So instead of name, the participant name has been replaced. I'm clicking on the certificate. So I have the name here, and I have the phone number and the time step. So these were the tags I placed in my certificate template. So those tags has been replaced with the details that I want. So this is how you can send the certificates using AutoCAD. Now, if you're using AutoCAD, at a time you can send up to 150 emails per day or more, as long as the system is good and there's no like hanging activities going on. You can send as much emails as possible in a day. So that is about AutoCAD. So if you're thinking about how I created this template, I'm going back to my drive. And for putting in the tags, you should use the correct tag options. For Certify M, you'll be using the flower bracket. And for AutoCAD, you can use the greater than and lesser than certificates. I'm sorry, the symbol. So this is the certificate template I used for AutoCAD. It's, as you can see, I've given a name and I given the phone number and time step. So I didn't give any tag for the college name, so it's not displayed here. So you can edit here. You can edit, add images. If it is opening in Google Slides, you can edit how much ever you can. This is a simple template. If you want to be like more personalized, and if you want, you can put in the effort and you can edit how much ever you want. To edit it, you can just go to Google and type in like say I want a golden border for my web certificate, or any black border. So I'm giving like black border for certificate, and I'm giving enter. So you have all these options for black borders. So you can select anything. So let's select this one. This is looking good. Okay. So this is looking good. I'm clicking on here. I'm copying the image and I'm going back to my Google Slide image, and you can paste it here. So you can enlarge it according to your page size, and you can crop and edit all the options for editing you have here. Now, if you're saving any like template what you have created, the file should be within the one page. You should not have multiple pages here. So if you're having 2 or 3 pages here, it shows error and you cannot send it. So if you're creating a template for certificate, keep it within one page, and other pages shouldn't be there. So it is one condition. So you can edit here. You can change the color font. You can change the font size, font type, everything here, and you can save it in a Google Drive. And the same procedure we followed. We have to fill in the feedback form. And going back to the feedback, you can click on the Excel spreadsheet. You can it directs you to the spreadsheet, and you can go to the extensions. You can click on add-ons and view document add-ons. Whatever add-ons you have downloaded can be here. You can use it, and you can create the job for your certificate to be sent. So since I'm clicking again the AutoCAD, you can see that the already existing job. So just now I created this feedback job and it's been displayed. So how much ever responses you are receiving, you can run it so many times. So this is about AutoCAD, and the certificate will be simple, and you can edit the mail content. You can make it more personalized using AutoCAD options. So this is about AutoCAD. So if you have any doubts regarding AutoCAD or Certify M or Canva?
No doubts, ka.
Okay. So this is the end. We've come to the end of the session. And thank you so much for coming. And, this is my first session actually. So thank you so much. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Sneha. It was a neat presentation. Very well executed, ma. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Good presentation, Sneha. Very good.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, Neha, beautiful and awesome.
Thank
All
you,
the
ma'am.
best for your upcoming future too.
Thank you, ma'am.
Girls, I would request everyone to switch on the camera for a gallery pic. Kindly switch on the camera for a gallery pic, please. Gayatri, you can continue. I request everyone to turn on your camera, please. Thank you. Yes, Gayatri, you can continue.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Sneha, for briefing us about the Canva app. We were able to gain in detail knowledge on it. I hope this workshop was informative for all. Gratitude is the fairest blossom which springs from the soul. I now call upon Ms. Pavitra Raghavan, Association Secretary, Student Coordinator, Student Union, to propose the vote of thanks.
On behalf of the Department, Nutrition, Food Service Management and Dietetics and Student Union, it's my privilege to propose the vote of thanks. My heartfelt thanks to my dear friend, my classmate Sneha, for enlightening us with evolving technology, which is a trending pillar of strength in students' academic growth and development. I would acknowledge my sincere thanks to the management, our respected Principal Madam Dr. R. Geeta Ma'am, our beloved Vice Principal Madam for self-support Dr. Sita Lakshmi Ma'am, Dean of New Age Sciences and Technology, Dr. Renu Agarwal Ma'am, Ms. Sara Priscilla Ma'am, Head of the Department, for their constant support and guidance. I extend my gratitude to my faculty members, Mrs. Swarna Kartika Ma'am, Ms. Lakshmi T.S. Ma'am, Mrs. Mahalakshmi Ma'am, Geeta Ma'am, and Mrs. Subhatra Natarajan Ma'am. Student Union and beloved audience for making this workshop a grand success. Once again, I thank one and all present here. Thank you.
Umbrella can't stop the rain, but can make you stand the rain. Confidence may not bring success, but give us power to face any challenge in life. Thank you. This is Team NFSMD and students signing off. Stay safe. Thank you.
Sarah ma'am.
Ma'am, recording stop பண்ணிடலாமே.